It's the Beckler and Seanna podcast, your daily download of X92.9's X Mornings with Beckler and Seanna.
Brought to you by Shane Homes. If it's your favorite, it's probably Shane Homes, Calgary's favorite home builder. See quick possessions and learn more about custom home options at shanehomes.com.
It's Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. I'm Beckler.
I'm Seanna.
And August is not as much fun to say as July.
No, not even close.
August is also an adjective. Right? He was an august gentleman.
Yes.
Good word.
Yeah, that's quite a word.
Using August as an adjective is a big time play.
Yeah.
How are you now?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. How was your long weekend?
It was great. Yeah, Cliff was in town, so we hung out, played some golf. That was it.
Very nice.
Yeah, checked out one of the new restaurants in town. It was great.
Which one?
Mount Pleasant.
What kind of restaurant is it?
It is a vintage store / bar. So everything in there on the walls you can buy.
Oh, okay.
And then they have really good food and cocktails too. So it's a fun little vibe, and it's just down the street here. So. And
if they're selling everything off the walls, I imagine they're cycling stuff in and out. So it probably looks a little different every time you go.
Yeah, which is kind of fun. Yeah, so it was great. What about you?
We had our last weekend of baseball.
Yeah.
You actually came out to watch one of Bo's games, you and Cliff, which was very nice of you guys.
I did, yeah. It was super fun to see.
And his team won provincials. So
awesome.
They were very, very excited.
No kidding.
Yesterday, yeah, they got Little League rings, gold rings.
I can't believe they got the actual rings and everything. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were really, really pumped. So I was proud of them. And Briggy's season wrapped up as well. They went 2-2 in their provincials, which isn't bad considering they're mostly first-year players.
Yeah.
Playing against second-year guys. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, but now I get a little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
Because baseball is basically all I've done since the spring.
What are you going to do with yourself?
I got some projects around the house. We're going to spend some time at the beach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very nice. On today's show, in etymology, we're going to talk about a problem with some of the new autos. Shauna had a friend who was living and working in the Cayman Islands, which sounds like paradise, but there are some things you don't think about living in a place like that. Shauna's got a quiz for me on some Calgary history. We'll talk about the Women's Professional Baseball League, which kicked off this past weekend, and a couple problems that they had right out of the gates. Camp David with a TV trope and animal diets after your out-of-context clip.
There it goes. But I could lube this.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Last week on the show, you were talking about the carnivore diet.
Yes.
And I mentioned that Dr. Jordan Peterson was on that diet. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he still is. I'm not sure. He's chronically ill these days, and I don't know if that illness, if his diet contributed to that or not. But I was reading that his daughter, Michaela, is also on that diet, and she refers to it as the lion diet.
Interesting.
You eat like a lion. You just eat meat.
Yeah. Meat, interesting.
I've also heard of the snake diet.
Yeah, there's lots of strange ones like that.
Yeah, where you eat just like in a very tight window, and then you don't eat for really long periods of time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, these diets that we take from animals,
I know.
You can really sell people on them.
You could.
So if you and I were trying to scam people with a fad diet, Shauna,
yes,
that we took from the animal kingdom, do you have any suggestions?
The panda diet?
What's the panda diet?
Just straight bamboo.
Okay.
Yeah, although, I mean, it's probably a bit tough to acquire bamboo, so maybe that wouldn't be so good.
Well, isn't that why we had to get rid of our pandas at the zoo? Because they were eating so much bamboo and it's tough to get here in Calgary? Not a big bamboo spot.
Not a huge place for local bamboo, so yeah, perhaps that one wouldn't be a great one to sell. I mean, it sounds pretty good, right?
Maybe you could sell it in Asia.
Also, I guess pandas are kind of big and roly-poly, so that also maybe not a good selling feature. Okay, moving on.
The same vein, I was thinking the beaver diet, where you mostly just
straight wood,
gnaw on wood.
That's
right. You just kind of gnaw on it, and that's what
just
satiates
chew the wood.
You.
Yes, I like that.
I've lost so much weight because I just gnaw on wood. This log that I keep at my desk.
What about the vampire bat diet? Just
What's
straight
that?
Blood. I'm serious. That's what they eat.
What kind of blood?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's blood pudding, which some people eat. Like, it's a traditional English delicacy, so you could sell that. And then, I mean, lots of roadkill. There's blood all over the place.
You got a blood guy?
Yeah, you could you just gnaw on some dead animals, some blood.
In that same vein, I was thinking the bear diet, where you just kind of scavenge around.
Okay.
And whatever you find, whether that be carcasses or
Yeah.
just garbage, or you
was
eat
thinking
that.
the raccoon diet for the same thing, just garbage, right? There's lots of garbage around, so it'd be plentiful to eat any type of garbage that you find. Go into a dumpster, eat whatever you find in there, and that's the raccoon diet.
Okay.
The trash panda.
The last one I thought of was the dragonfly diet, where you just eat mostly mosquitoes.
No, yeah.
And you get your protein and all that from mosquitoes.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of those around.
Yeah.
I learned, actually, when I was thinking about this, about the Madagascar moth diet. Have you heard of Madagascar moths?
This is the first time.
Okay, so there are certain moths and some butterflies that actually prey on the tears of other animals. That's what they eat. So you could get that. That would be a good way to
What
lose
if
some
that
weight
animal
for
isn't
sure.
crying?
Would be a tough one. But
Do they say really hurtful things to that animal?
I mean, you could go for babies, right? Babies' tears. You could just have that instead to eat. I mean, I feel like you'd lose a lot of weight if you're just trying to prey on the tears of people and other animals. So
You sit on the nose of a water buffalo and you say, "Nope, nobody likes you." You have
why
people
is it
say
the
mean
water
things behind your
buffalo
back.
that you're picking on?
I don't know. It's the first thing that came to mind.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's lots of animals that you could offend and probably make them cry, but you don't want to do that, I suppose.
Your friends have a group chat without you. Starts crying. Good.
Do we have a lot of water buffaloes around, by the way? Like, I mean, again, not a practical option. Yeah. No.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I have another TV trope for you, if I could, Beckler. Mm-hmm. In every movie or show where the people are running from the police, somebody always says, "I know a place." So it's a place that they can hide, and somebody always has a place. They always have a place where you can hide out. Do you know a place, Beckler? Like, I was thinking about this, and like, if I had to run from the police right now, I wouldn't just offhand be like, "I know a place." It tends to be like somebody's grandma's cabin out in the woods or something
kind of
too.
place,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like, it's a place that you can go and it's off grid, and it's a place that you can safely hide out and nobody would ever think to look. And I'm just like, I don't think I would have a place.
No, I don't think I would either. I mean, I could like strike off into the woods
Yeah.
and get lost.
You
but
could.
I'm not going to have any amenities, and I won't be out there forever.
No, and you
I'll have to
potentially
come
might
back.
die, but
Yeah,
you could
for sure.
probably do that.
I'd have
Yep.
to come back to town for supplies, and then if
Yes.
the weather turns, I'd be screwed. But
I mean, I suppose we're lucky in Canada because we've got a lot of wilderness to get lost in.
we sure do.
Again, you got a lot of things that can eat you in that wilderness. That means you're probably not going to live through it. But
And you need some real survival skills.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't think I have those.
no. But yeah, I was thinking about this, and I was like, I don't know where I would even consider. I mean, if I wanted to travel a long distance, I could maybe get somewhere. I have a friend who has a place way up north in Ontario in Fort Francis, and it's like in the middle of nowhere.
But you'd expose yourself a lot in the way of getting there.
Exactly.
wouldn't you?
I couldn't get there easily, but close by, I don't know what it would be. Like some backcountry lodge somewhere. I don't know.
Or like somebody you know but don't know that well and could stay in their basement.
Yeah,
just
I
kind of
guess
live
so.
down there and go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Somewhere that, I mean, because if the police were looking for you and they really wanted to find you, they'd check with all your close friends and acquaintances right
and
away.
family, and that's
Right.
why grandma's place in the woods is really stupid. It's like it would have to be somebody else's grandma's place in the woods,
Yes.
right? Yeah, someone who you don't know,
wasn't connected to you.
an acquaintance. Yeah, you just go up and start asking strangers, "Can I live in your grandma's basement?" That's what you'd have to
I'm
do.
running from the police.
And most
Like,
people
sure,
would
come
probably
right
be
in.
like, "Hell no, no."
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Last week on the show, we were talking about your idea for a Calgary-based drink inspired by our chapped lips.
Yeah, a drink that had aloe and sort of lip things in the drink itself that would help with the chapped lips because
Yeah.
we have so many chapped lips here. It's so damn dry.
Rim the glass and chapstick.
Absolutely.
We've longtime friends of the show will know that we have referred to Calgary as the chapped lips capital of Canada.
Yeah, chapped asses, chapped lips. We are it's just so dry here.
Well, a friend of the show, Chris, sent us a funny message. His wife, I guess, got a Yeti cooler bag. You know, they're very expensive, those Yeti cooler
Yeah, they're
bags.
very nice.
They're nice.
Somebody actually at the Ball Diamond when I was there on the weekend had one. And I was like, oh, that's a nice looking
Yeah.
cooler.
But Chris's wife, hers had this like pouch for what she thought was chapstick.
Oh.
Until she put it on her face and it kind of like tore up her lips. It wasn't chapstick. It was zipper lube.
I didn't know
Have
that
you ever
was
heard
a thing.
of zipper lube, Shauna?
Nope, didn't know we needed lube for our zippers.
I was like, what on earth?
Gonna be honest.
I've zipped a lot of zippers in my life.
Me too.
And I've never lubricated one.
Me neither.
Nor have I ever met one. Well, maybe I have. Maybe I have come across some difficult
stiff
zippers.
zipper? A stiff zip.
Stiff, dry zippers
Interesting.
that needed some lube.
Okay. I mean, I guess there's lots of things that need lube, right? Like, you can lube up. My bike chains, I've got wet lube and dry lube for bikes, right? And
I guess so.
you can lube it all up.
You could lube anything with nipples.
I was going to say the exact same thing. You can lube anything with nipples. Yeah.
It reminded me of that, if you've ever had a pair of hair clippers, that little bottle of oil that comes with them.
Yeah.
Which you're supposed to use to lubricate the blades. I don't know how to use that, so I've never lubricated clipper blades before.
I mean, I guess anything mechanical, right? You can just toss lube on that and make it work a little better.
Yeah. Grease it up.
Grease it up. Your zipper's included.
I'd never thought to lube up a zipper.
I mean, sometimes you've had zippers get stuck and stuff like that. You hope that nothing gets stuck in them, but that can also happen. But if you lube it up, then it'll ride a lot easier, Like, this one's kind of stuck right. Look at this.
I just assumed that
it's stuck. My zipper is. There it goes. But I could lube this. See,
that definitely sounds like it needs to be lubed.
That needs a lube. That's a zipper that needs a lube.
Okay, get yourself.
Where's the zipper lube? Where do I buy my own zipper lube here?
Lube that thing.
Come on,
lube it. Lube it up.
It's rough. It's a rough zip.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I was reading about how Trump is at Camp David right now. Beckler?
Yeah.
And of course, Camp David is the place where you go when there's important things to discuss or big diplomats go or whatever.
Presidential retreat, isn't it?
Presidential retreat, which I always find so funny that they have these places that you go to do these discussions. This one's in the woods.
Yeah.
But I was trying to think of this and I was like, oh, Camp David. Like, who's David? Why is it called Camp David?
That's a good question.
And I looked into it. It looked like it was maybe Eisenhower's grandson. He renamed Camp David in honor of his grandson at some point, named David. So that's why they call it that. But
is it Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I think so.
Right about that?
That's a good question.
Anyway, that's not important.
But then I got thinking about it. And I was like, I kind of would like a camp named after me. Like Camp Seanna.
It's in Maryland, by the way.
Okay, there you go. And then there could be Camp Beckler as well. What would you have in your camp? I was trying to envision what I would have if I were to design my own summer camp. What you'd have included? Is
this like a presidential retreat, or is this like a summer camp?
I'd say just a summer camp for whatever you'd like.
Oh, like a sleepaway camp?
Yeah. What would your dream camp be? I've
often said that I think there would be a market for like a space and dinosaurs camp.
Oh wow, yeah.
For kids or adults, really. And I would do it in Drumheller, the Badlands.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it'd be like during the day, do dinosaur stuff.
That's cool.
At night, check out the stars, because the stars are pretty amazing out there.
Yeah.
When we camped there a few years, and we'd climb up on the hoodoos at night and just like lay on top of them, and the sky is unbelievable, right?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that would be Camp Beckler.
That'd be Camp Beckler, I think, would be.
Camp Seanna would be on a lake. For sure.
Yeah.
And it would be all the lake stuff, all the water sports you can possibly imagine. I want every kind of boat, every kind of sports activity that you can do on the water. Water slides, for sure.
Cool.
All kinds of it. Yeah, it would just be like a lake camp for sure.
Man, I saw a friend of mine posted they were at some beach somewhere in Saskatchewan, and they had like a lake diving board. And I hadn't seen that before.
Really?
Yeah. Love a diving board.
I've seen a lake diving board.
I'll set a diving board all afternoon.
Yeah, for sure.
A lake diving board. I hadn't seen that before.
Really?
Yeah.
So where my parents' cabin is, there's lots of people who have their own little just like floating docks.
Yeah.
And then you put your diving board up on top of that.
That's so sick.
And you just leave it in the middle of the lake. And it's the best because anyone who goes by, you can kind of just swim to it if you feel like, jump off and keep going.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's fun. I used to just always go up to other people's, be like, I hope they're cool with this. Hey, I'm at your diving board. It's fine.
But you kind of have to be because you don't own the lake,
That's
right?
true.
If you want to put something in the lake.
Yeah. I always wondered about like liability things if you, for example, were to just leave that there and somebody got hurt on it. But anyway, it's fine. They still do it. One person had a floating dock and it has a big water slide on it.
That's
just
cool.
in the middle of the lake, right? So you just go down the water slide.
Will Camp Seanna have a blob?
What's a blob?
A blob is that big airbag where like two people jump in and
100%.
launch the other person out the other.
Yes.
Have you ever done a blob?
I've never done a blob, and I've always wanted to do a blob. I didn't know they were called a blob.
I think so.
Man, no, it would be anything like that. And then there'd be like rope swings that fly into the water and all kinds. Like it would just be everything around the water. That's Camp Seanna. Let's make it happen.
Cool. If it's near Camp Beckler, maybe we could do day trips to each other's camps.
Yeah, you get the
like
nerd
boys
kids,
camp
right?
For girls camp, and
you
then
have
we
the
can have
nerd
a
kids
dance.
over the science stuff, and then
Flirts,
we'll
heavy
have the
petting.
cool kids over in mine.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Last week we were talking about the Women's Professional Baseball League.
Yeah, which is super exciting.
A new league of baseball, not fast pitch, but baseball for women that just kicked off this past weekend. And I'm very hopeful that the league will be successful.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Women's Professional Hockey League has been. There were a couple missteps this weekend with the opening games.
Which you'd assume, got to iron out some kinks.
Some growing pains.
Yeah.
The first was the anthem. This was the anthem at the opening day for the Women's Professional Baseball League.
And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air. No, it wasn't. Gave proof through the night that Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Is this
So that's Martha Reeves, Motown legend of Martha and the Vandellas, who's a very good singer, but she's 85.
Okay.
She said they didn't have any like monitors or anything, so she couldn't really hear herself.
Oh boy.
But that was rough.
That's tough.
And the players in the field were like,
I thought that was a
trying
joke.
not to laugh.
Yeah, I would be.
She goes for it here at the end. It's good.
Oh my God. Or the land of the free and the home of the brave. I really like Martha, but that was tough.
I know, she's a good singer.
Yeah,
she has some great songs, but
maybe we should get some monitors for our singers in the future. That's good to know.
we have, and we love a bad anthem as a society.
We sure do.
We love a bad rendition.
I feel bad for Martha. Okay.
Yeah, that's tough.
Nope, that's tough. Okay.
The other thing that was tough, I thought, so in a game between New York and LA, there was a home run hit, and it was the first home run in the history of this league.
That's huge.
Hit by Danae Benitez, who plays some banana ball, too. She's a very good baseball player.
Yeah.
The commentary, though, listen to this.
I love not only that the little girls that come here and look up to them want their autographs, but the young boys, too, that are fans. And there, she smashes one over the head of Davis. That is gone. The first home run here in WPBL history. So that one, not only was it smashed over Davis's head, but it disappeared over the wall in center field.
That's tough, too.
Yeah.
That's a big moment. That's the first home run in the history of this league. Mm-hmm. Let's have a little excitement.
To be fair, I think with those female commentators, they get a lot of flack for sounding whiny.
If you get excited?
Getting too excited. And I'm wondering if that's part of it, honestly, is that she didn't want, because if you get too excited, you're going to sound quote unquote whiny. Men don't like listening. So I'm wondering if maybe that would be my only consideration as to why she wouldn't have been quite.
I don't know who was
elevated.
calling that game, who she was, where she came from, what her experience is broadcasting baseball.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that's one of the kinks they'll work out as well.
I hope so, because you need to be a little more excited than that.
That's a big moment, right? And the woman who hit the home, she was cranked, right?
No
Her
kidding.
teammates were. It's huge.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just didn't think the call matched the moment. Right?
No, but I truly think it's so hard for women commentators because they get so much.
Could you do it? Could you call that home run? You watched a lot of baseball.
Yeah. You want me to call it and be more excited than her?
And I don't know if I don't have any crowd noise for you, so you're gonna have to do it raw.
Okay,
But,
just she gets a home run.
yeah.
Okay, well,
It's tough when you're not watching the game, is it?
Yeah.
Danae Benitez is her name, if that helps you.
okay.
And it was hit into left field. So
And today Benitez, she takes it. I can't. See, I can't.
maybe we shouldn't
I
be
was-
critical then.
Woo! That's how I would do it. Woo! And that's gone.
All right.
Yeah!
Woo, suck it.
First home run. Woo!
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
This weekend, I kicked off the Great Cycle Challenge, which is I've now done for 4 years.
Yes.
So I just ride 450 kilometers in the month of August and raise money for kids' cancer research.
And you have raised quite a bit of money over these past 4 years.
Yeah, I'm at almost $15,000.
Wow.
And it's
That's
thanks
awesome.
lots of listeners, lots of you guys have helped, and it's been awesome. I started it, and I'm like, if I raise a couple $100, why not? It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always a lot more than that, and people have been super generous about it, which is really, really cool. So kicked it off. It always is, starts obviously August 1st, so this weekend. Let me tell you, though, the wind was not kind for the beginning.
Oh, no. No kidding. This past weekend, the wind was howling.
Oh, man. It's so funny because I bike, right? So it's been quite nice and the wind's been fairly calm over the last little while. And then this kicks off where I have a certain amount of kilometers I need to get to. And it was like 50 kilometers an hour winds that were gusting all 3 days. So
Well, I know you said you bike into the wind on the way there and then have the wind push you home, right?
yes,
Is the goal?
It's much easier to do that when you want to do a loop or a back and forth like that, right? Because when you're tired, you don't want to have to then face the 50-kilometer winds.
Right.
That is awful.
You get too far away, you bite off more than you can chew.
Yes, and you don't realize how bad the wind is. So I always check the wind direction to make sure I don't do that to myself. But yesterday was, I think, the worst. And yesterday, I could barely pedal at certain points. Like I was facing right into the wind. I'm like, I am hardly moving. This is awful.
So you're earning those kilometers, hey?
Yeah, but on the way back, I was flying.
Yeah.
I was just flying.
Do you have a link for anyone who would like to support you?
Yeah,
on
I
this?
can send that to you if you're interested. I'll post about it at some point as well.
Yeah,
So
you can also text us if you want to make a donation to
do it.
Seanna.
This though as well, Beckler, I found some wind proverbs that I thought maybe I would pass along to you, and these are kind of positive spins on the wind. And I thought
as a
that
big
we could
wind
all,
guy.
as a big wind guy like yourself, I thought
Yeah.
maybe you could benefit from
Love the
this.
wind.
Me too. When I'm trying to bike into this devil wind that we've had the last few days. So here's some that I thought you could, here you go. Okay, first one: when the winds of change blow, some build walls, others build windmills. So if you build a windmill, then you like the ones,
So
right?
I should have a windmill.
Yes,
what you're saying.
100%. Put a windmill in your front lawn. Okay, great. You cannot.
It will help for all the milling that I do.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yep. Maybe you could. Yeah, you could start. Power some part of your something with it. I don't know.
We should all
Figure
have
it out.
giant turbines on our house around here, shouldn't
Absolutely. You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails, Beckler. That's what you need to do. Adjust
that's
your
nice.
sails, okay? A wind that blows a ship forward is always a good wind. It's true. So if it blows that ship, then it's a good wind, okay? The wind is always on the side of the ablest navigators. So really, you just have to be a better navigator, and then you'll appreciate the wind, right? It shows how skilled you are at navigating. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, Beckler.
we? Heard that one.
A smooth sea has never made a skilled sailor.
I have heard that one too.
That's all I've got. So, yeah, there's
So
a couple
what
of
if
those
you
that are
don't
good.
have a boat? These are all great if you have a boat. I don't have a sailboat.
No. Well, maybe we should. Okay, so we're going to buy you a wind turbine for your front lawn and a boat for the lake. You've got a lake nearby. Go put a
I don't
boat
know if
on that
anybody
thing.
put sailboats on there though.
Well, you should be the first. Be like, look, I'm a big wind guy here, guys. Look at me in my sailboat.
Life has given us
I'm
lemons
a good
and I'm making
sailor.
lemonade.
I'm a skilled sailor.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
As you know, Shauna, and as anyone who listens to the show regularly knows, I'm a notorious hater of the Canadian rapper Drake.
Yeah.
I think he is the worst artist to achieve lasting commercial and critical success in my lifetime.
Tell us how you really feel.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
Him and Morgan Wallen are like my 1 and 2, and it kind of switches off as to who I'm hearing more from.
Okay.
But Drake is up there.
Yeah.
You've heard of Drake's house?
Yes.
Heard about Drake? He lives in this insane mansion
Crazy.
in Toronto's Bridle Path neighborhood.
Yeah.
He calls it the Embassy, of course, and it's reportedly worth $100 million.
It's just freaking crazy.
But he has something in this house that I think made me like him even less, if that was possible. He's got in what looks like his living room a bunch of banners hanging from the roof with all of his own chart performance records on them, like a sports team would hang their championship banners in their arena. He's got all his that say 90 top 10 hits, most in Billboard history.
Oh my God.
431 consecutive weeks spent on Hot 100 chart.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And there's like a dozen of these because he has a lot of records.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
that's
they all
a
have
bit
his
much.
little owl logo on them. So it's like
Wow.
he's his own sports team and he's celebrating all of his own achievements in his house for everyone who comes over
A little
to
modesty
see.
goes a long way sometimes.
And then he's standing here with underneath the banners with his arms crossed looking all tough.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's
did all this.
Crazy.
Man.
Yeah, nope. I don't think he's a normal human. Yeah.
You go over to someone's house and they're like, here, let me
you
show you all my
imagine?
merits, all of my achievements at work.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool,
Would you
man.
like to see all of my awards? Everything I've done?
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I know lots of people will have, say, their degree hanging on the wall in the office in their house.
Yeah.
Or they will have an award that they won at work or
Yeah.
something on a bookshelf
I was gonna say there are people with like trophies and stuff. Like,
Yeah. Do you think it's different because he went out and like made all these banners himself?
I think
Like,
so.
That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like you would expect a recording artist, if they had a platinum record, to hang that maybe in their studio or.
Yeah.
But to go out and have like your own banners made.
but also to have it in your main room. Like, I know a lot of people like you're not gonna have that in your main. You know what I mean?
Right.
Look at me room. It's often in a
own logo.
bedroom
Yeah.
or like a room that maybe is dedicated to that kind of stuff. Like if you're sports, whatever. But no, that's obnoxious as hell. And giant ass banners. Like we're not talking little plaques. We're talking full on sports banners that you see in arenas in your living room.
He's an athlete.
That's crazy, man. That
Do you
is
think that he
crazy.
had a banner raising ceremony for each of
I'm
those?
sure
where
he did.
People were required to attend
Yes.
and honor him and give. Yeah, for
Yep.
sure.
No,
What a
100%. He
leader.
had a massive party for his own banner raising. That's nuts.
Yeah,
He's
man.
a bit unhinged, man.
I think so.
Yeah, I think he's like Canada's version of Kanye.
Yeah, I guess he hasn't said anything as crazy as Kanye.
No, he hasn't. But I'm nervous it's coming now. When you see this type of behavior, I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah,
I guess he hasn't changed his name 7 times yet, though. But maybe that's also coming.
I'm gonna get a banner in my house. I don't have any achievements, no merits to put on the
We have
banner,
a
but-
cops banner that we've raised to the rafters when we got rid of that bit. So.
Yes, we do. When we retired the cops bit, it's hanging right behind us.
But it doesn't say Beckler and Seanna award-winning morning show or something on it, and we didn't raise it in the studio, so
we should do that just to really
We
set the
should.
tone for anyone who
yeah.
comes in here.
Look at us.
Look whose house you're
Look
in.
at whose place you are at. It's crazy.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast is brought to you by Shane Holmes. They'll be on the banner too, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if you wanted to raise a bunch of banners in your place, they could make that happen. They could make you an awards room.
Well, I'm just thinking you'd need ceilings high enough to
You would.
raise a banner, and maybe that's why I'm jealous, because I only have 8-foot ceilings, and you'd be bumping into those banners if you walked through my living
I
room.
actually have 11-foot ceilings. I could hang a banner in my place.
Okay, you got banner.
I got
heights.
some real estate up above that I could hang some banners on.
Can I get these ceilings banner height, please? We're gonna be hanging some banners here.
Yeah.
Check them out at shanehomes.com. See their floor plans and their quick possession homes that are ready to go right now if you can't afford to wait to build your house. But if you are building, their affordable customization is available to you. shanehomes.com. Shane Homes.
The better way to build.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
I have a couple 7:30 shout-outs, Shauna.
So do I, actually.
Oh, do you? Want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Take 'em.
I met Danielle at Inglewood Golf Course on the weekend, and she just moved back from Kelowna, and she listened to us before, and she was like, "Are you on the radio?" So that was pretty cool.
Welcome back, Danielle.
Welcome back, Danielle. And then Jackson and Nicholas Tan, and then Brian at the Inglewood Golf Course as well. All of them.
All right.
So,
Bump in place for our
yeah.
friends of the show, hey? The
right?
Inglewood Golf Course.
Frig, yeah.
I met Lennon and Jordan from Airdrie at the ballpark.
Cool.
Lennon is heading into grade 6 at, I think she said St. Veronica.
Nice.
And she was there to watch baseball, but Lauren is a swimmer
Oh, that's
herself.
awesome.
Yeah.
cool.
And then bumped into friend of the show, Jeff, at the ballpark as well.
Hey, Jeff.
So,
hey, Lauren.
shout out to all of you.
Hi, all of our new friends.
Get a 7:30
old
shout
friends.
out in whenever you like.
Yes.
Send us a message, 403-238-9929. And if we bump into you out in a boot,
Oot in a boot.
we'll give you a 7:30 shout out too.
Sure will. An Instagram account I follow, Beckler, did a little Calgary quiz, and it's super quick, but I thought it's 8 questions or so that maybe I could quiz you on. See if
Okay.
you can get these pretty quick.
I've lived here long enough that I think I should get these. So
Hopefully, yep. Some of them are a bit tougher though, so if you don't stress. Anyway, the first one: what acronym was created in Calgary? What internet acronym? I can give you 4 options if this will help narrow
it's
it down.
multiple choice.
Yeah, well, some of them are. Some of them aren't. It could be LMAO,
Yeah.
OMG,
Yeah.
W2TF,
Yeah.
or LOL.
It's LOL.
It is.
I think we did a heritage moment on this, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
Wayne Pearson coined it in the 80s on some odd old internet chat room, and it traced back to Calgary. So LOL was actually invented here. What dish was invented in Calgary?
Ginger beef.
Yes. What was the original name for Calgary?
Mokinsis?
Okay, yeah, I'll give that as well, but it was a fort.
Oh.
Right back when it was
Fort Calgary.
in 1875, and before that,
Fort Brisbois?
Fort Brisbois. Yep, nailed it.
Okay.
What was the name of Calgary's Loch Ness Monster?
I didn't know we had one.
We did.
In which body
the
of
Bowness
water?
Lagoon
What?
in the 40s.
Oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Let's start that rumor up again.
Yeah, I know.
I've never heard of this before.
I'm going to do a little bit more research on that because I heard that and I was like, I remember vaguely hearing it, but didn't do much. Bonessie was the name of it.
Bonessie.
So, yeah. What animal took over Calgary after escaping from the zoo?
Oh, man. I don't think I know this either.
Okay. This one, another one that we have to read into further, but in the 1930s, a bunch of eastern gray squirrels escaped from the zoo, and that's why we have them now. They're the black squirrels you see everywhere.
No way.
And it's just like a different pigmentation on it, but they're actually eastern gray squirrels, and they were in the zoo, and now we have hundreds of thousands of them here.
I know you've talked about the black squirrels and how excited you were when you moved here to see them because you hadn't seen black squirrels before.
Yeah.
Was that you?
No. Somebody else, though, because we have them in
Cliff?
Ontario. But yeah, yes, Cliff.
Was it Cliff?
And I was like, what do you mean? And he hadn't ever seen them in Saskatchewan, I don't think.
These would both be good heritage moments.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
What was the original name of the Calgary Tower?
The Husky Oil Tower?
Yep.
It was just Husky Tower?
The Husky Tower. Yep. Which fast food chain was founded in Market Mall?
Oh, man, that's got to be Opa.
Yes. Opa was, yep. What is hidden under downtown Calgary and forgotten?
There was a tunnel.
Yeah.
An LRT tunnel, right?
Yep. That never was used. So there you go. Okay, you did pretty well.
Pretty good. Those were tough questions.
Yeah, some of them were pretty deep. And again, as you said, good heritage moments.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
A friend spent the past couple of years bartending in the Cayman Islands, Beckler, and he was telling me he's returned home now. And one of the things that he missed the most was concerts. And I'd never really thought about that before.
Yeah. A lot of artists aren't playing the Cayman Islands on their tour, are they?
Nope. And a lot of those places, tropical paradises, those places where you're like, oh, that would be a great place to live, but they're not going to get big concerts at all. You're not going to get many concerts really at all. He said that there'd be live bands that would play at the hotels, right? And they would play like the odd cover or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that would be the extent of the live music you'd ever get. It's just the kind of hotel kitschy bands.
None of your favorite bands are coming.
None of your favorite bands.
Even a place like Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like the logistics of getting a show out there.
Nope.
Unless it's like a really, really big show.
I know.
They're probably not doing it, right?
Nope. I had never thought of that. And I was like, geez, man, that would be tough.
Yeah.
Like not seeing your favorite band or even just a band that you kind of like, just live music as a whole. Those hotel bands are not the same as seeing a band live on a stage, you know?
Right.
And you're obviously not getting any festivals. I actually think there might be the odd place that might get in like a festival once a year or something where you might see a bigger act, but that would be it.
I was even thinking like, so we were listening to a song on the weekend that had a verse from the rapper Killer Mike.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Killer Mike was here last weekend for Folk Fest.
Yep.
Like and I know that a lot of the biggest acts skip a lot of Canadian cities.
Yeah.
They play Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, right?
It's true.
But we're pretty spoiled here just with the number of artists that come through.
Yep.
I was like, if there's places where if Killer Mike played a show, it would be the biggest thing that had ever happened in that town.
Yes.
And here we're like, oh yeah, he was here last week.
I know.
Right? Like,
well, and
it's
with us
kinda
with
cool.
Stampede, we're getting more and more spoiled.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before, how insane Stampede is becoming. It's becoming just the biggest music festival in the world. We're getting all of the biggest acts because of Stampede. But yeah, we're taking that for granted. And we really shouldn't, because there are a ton of places in the world where you would never, ever see your favorite band live.
Yeah.
You would have to travel across the world to go and see your band live, your favorite band.
The other thing about living in places like that is just like, well, I think we talked about this recently, but it's probably tough to order stuff there, you know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so the thing you want isn't on the island.
Yep.
Do they ship there? Maybe not.
Nope.
You know, so often even like things will say, oh, it excludes Alaska and Hawaii, right?
Yep.
So
We can go onto Amazon.ca and get something delivered here later today.
in just a few hours.
And there, you might never be able to get that thing ever. Yeah, again, you would have to leave where you go, fly somewhere else, and bring it in.
So it's the trade-off that you would make for living in a place where the weather is fantastic. And
It's true.
There's a beach right there.
And again, I don't know if there's comparable, like it still sounds like a pretty damn fun place to live,
Yeah.
Cayman Islands, but these are the things you have to think about.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
We were talking recently about how with the new electric vehicles, it might end the secondary market because nobody's going to want to buy a used battery. Like a vehicle with new battery, it's a bit concerning because, I mean, they have a shelf life, right? And we were talking about how we think that might end the secondary market.
And a battery replacement is insanely expensive.
Yep. So it's really not worth it at that point. You might as well just buy a new vehicle. I have another observation. That whole subscription model thing where you have to subscribe to access certain features in a vehicle.
Which is nuts.
That's absolutely insane.
You've paid for this vehicle. You have the hardware in the vehicle, but you can't unlock it unless you subscribe to it.
Yeah, I think that's going to continue with ending the used market as well. Because first of all, now if you buy a used vehicle, you're going to have to transfer all the subscription details, right? Whereas if you go and you get it, it's going to be subscribed to somebody else. So you're not going to have access to it. So you're going to have to figure out how to transfer that subscription over if you can, or start your own subscription like that.
Right.
And then on top of that, I think that it's going to become obsolete because that software is going to become old, and they're going to do that intentionally. Like your phones, eventually you try and upgrade the software and you try and keep on top of it, and eventually it just says your phone is too old, can't handle the new software. That's that.
Right. You could go buy a mint condition iPhone 6 from somebody on the used market, but it's not going to run anything.
No,
right?
Because they know that the software is going to be too advanced for that type of phone, and that's intentional for sure. Planned obsolescence. And I think the same thing is going to happen with those vehicles. Those subscriptions, that software is just going to not update, right? And it's just going to become a thing where it's like, yeah, too bad. And then your car's toast. If you don't have the software that can run the vehicle, that is just a piece of metal.
So to your first point, you're saying that if somebody, let's say, is on a 3-year subscription contract for some of the features in their vehicle and they want to sell it at some point during that term, then they have to figure out who takes over.
Exactly. Yeah.
See what you're saying. A friend of the show was telling us that there's one automaker right now where I think you have to subscribe to unlock the trunk.
I was looking into that. I think the new Mach-E, they said it's the frunk, that front trunk.
Yeah.
Apparently you cannot open it unless you pay extra money for the
Oh my God.
to open the trunk.
That is ridiculous. How have we allowed this to happen?
I know they're going to be like, oh, this vehicle is very affordable. Look, we put one on the market. And they're like, oh, by the way, though, you can't access the trunk of the vehicle.
Yeah. Your subscription runs out while you have some things in there. You're like, I need those things.
Actually, those seat belts won't unlock unless you pay a little extra. So it's just you available. You
live here now.
You're stuck.
The Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Etymology with Seanna.
I think we both have one here.
We got a couple of them.
What order do you want to take these in, Seanna?
Oh, we'll go you first and then on to me,
The word gauze, which is a great word.
That is a good word.
Gauze. It sounds good coming out of the mouth. Feels good.
Are you trying to hurt me because Kevin Gausman just left the Blue Jays
actually
as well?
Wasn't.
Okay, good.
He went to the Cubs, didn't he?
That just brought me a flashback of not fun times. That's
Kevin
okay.
Gausman. Gauze. What a fun word.
He likes gauze.
I heard it mentioned on a podcast recently, and they had talked about the etymology of that word, and I didn't know if it was true or not. But is it related to Gaza?
Yes.
Really?
I mean, it's a bit unclear. So these are both of these, actually, the one you have and mine. These are kind of what they think it came from, but they're not entirely certain. But yeah, they believe that it comes from the Palestinian city of Gaza, where the fabric was thought to have originated.
No way.
Gaza started there.
Because they're spelled differently.
Gaza. Yeah.
Gaza is Gaza and Gauze is Gauze.
Yeah, but that just happens with over time and the way the language transforms and stuff. But that is truly what they think it's from. So it's just... That's it.
They also mentioned that it's quite old. Gauze is very old, and the word is old.
Yeah, very old.
Gauze. Just say it. It feels good, doesn't it? Anybody have any gauze?
Can I have some gauze, please? I said the word gullible on the weekend, and then I was like, where does that word come from? Because that seems like a bit of a funny one, too. And then I was like, is it related to the word gull in terms of the bird? Or what does it come from? Not at all. So the word gull meant to fool or dupe a person. So gull meant, you're duped. Gullible literally means trickable in that way when you think about it.
Dupeable.
Yeah. So some believe that gull in this way pertains to the throat, which when you say like get it in your gullet, right? That makes sense. Put it in your gullet. But they think that it started maybe with something to do with the throat, and they were thinking that it means to swallow greedily. So in the sense of gullible, it was to swallow a story kind of hook, line, and sinker. And it was just a very...
a roundabout way of getting there.
Very roundabout way of getting there, but that's where they think it comes from. But it does not have to do with the bird, the gull, at all. That's just a whole different origin that comes from Celtic, gull in another way. But yeah, so gullible is separate, and it had to do with swallowing, they think, in the throat, your gullet.
You could tell people that gullible is related to the seagull or the gull. Mm-hmm. And if they fell for it,
Yeah. They are gullible.
they would then be
It's a
gullible.
good
It's like the
test.
old gullible's not in the dictionary one, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Etymology with Seanna.
You've been listening to the Beckler and Seanna podcast.
Brought to you by Shane Homes. If it's your favorite, it's probably Shane Homes, Calgary's favorite home builder. See quick possessions and learn more about custom home options at shanehomes.com.
You want more? Then tune in to X Mornings with Beckler and Seanna live on Calgary's alternative, X929. Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Mountain Time at x929.ca. And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and have Beckler and Seanna downloaded daily to whatever device you use. Later. This week on After Hours with Ty and Millions. In for Mariah.
Sorry for making fun of you so much this week. I feel like you've been my L-Rod.
L-Rod.
Lightning rod.
I thought you meant like L. Ron Hubbard. Who is
Yeah, you've been my L. Ron Hubbard, the guy that invented Scientology.
After Hours with Ty and Millions. Watch the video on YouTube. Stream it wherever you get your podcasts.